So here we are in X-Plane 11. This is the free beta that I downloaded about 3 days ago. Right, flaps are down and have a quick look around. Got to release the parking brake now and get ready to depart. Right, get ready to bring the throttle in and off we go. So this is the free version of the beta, so we only have a little bit of scenery covering the Seattle area. The full game is due to ship in February 2017. What with Christmas coming up, shame it didn't come out actually for Christmas. Now, I downloaded this a couple of days ago, as I say, and first impressions, I must say I'm very, very impressed with this. I've been playing FSX for years and years and never had a go on X-Plane, apart from the Android version, I think. I think they did an Android version and I messed around with that. So they're up to version 11, well that's version 11 that's coming out. Let's put the flaps up. And I've chosen to take off in the evening. Not sure about those black clouds. They look pretty ominous, I must say. So the sun is setting. It's going to get darker, and certainly the ground views are absolutely fantastic. The lighting effects are really wonderful, and there seems to be a lot of traffic down there as well. Other aircraft. Which is really, really nice to see on the standard version without actually having to install add-ons or anything. The lighting down there really does look really beautiful. I've just taken off from the international airport and I'm going to go and find a smaller airport which will be in the Seattle area, not too far away, because you're limited to about 10 to 15 minutes on this free beta demo. After that the controls stop working and you fall out of the sky. As you can see, those lights down below look really, really realistic, and the cockpit here is really, really nice as well. In the simulator there are lots of other views, outside views and the like, but I've been too lazy to see what keys I have to press to actually see those. Look at those cars down below moving along, headlights and rear lights. Now that looks really realistic. To get this much detail in the default game is really impressive. In FSX I know you would probably have to either download some free add-ons or certainly buy some add-ons to get this much detail. The game will ship with the usual light aircraft and commercial airliners as well, so whatever you're into flying, I think you're going to be catered for in X-Plane. You can purchase the full version of the beta right now, and of course you'll have access then to the full version when it comes out. I think if you buy the beta now, then you automatically get X-Plane 10 anyway. But the game will be available from Steam. Most likely I'll wait until it comes out on Steam in February before I get it. It's always a hassle-free way of getting a game now if you've got an account with Steam. Let's have another look at the cockpit. Everything looks really, really clear and focused. Very, very nice indeed. Frame rates are good as well. Seems to run fairly smoothly. I've got a fairly well-spec computer here. I'm not sure what the minimum specs are to run this, but obviously with today's simulators you really do need a fairly high-spec computer to get things to run smoothly. Those distant hills look good. Everything you can change. You can change the actual weather and the visibility, of course, time of day. You can set your own clouds, or you can choose a weather theme. I've made this video really without having a good look at what you can do. As I say, I only had this a couple of days and I've done a couple of flights in this. So I'm just going to turn here and look for the other airfield that I'm going to land at. You can just see that on the left there. So I'm going to head towards that island and turn back and land. I prefer flying the commercial airliners in my flight simulators, so I don't really fly the light aircraft very much. Look at those cars down there. I think I've already said that, haven't I? But they really do look good, don't they, going on the road. Very, very smooth as well. None of them are disappearing, they're staying where they should be. So there's the airport there on the left hand side. Have to look up after the flight and see what airport I actually landed at, I guess. I'm not sure about air traffic control. I'm going to have to look that one up as well. Of course in FSX you have air traffic control. A lot of people moan about it, but I actually use the default air traffic control in FSX. So I'm going to have a look to see if X-Plane has any air traffic control at all. I'm not sure at the moment. So I've levelled out at about 2,000 feet and shortly I will be doing a gentle descent and then I'll be turning left, doing a base leg and then turning on to final for the landing at the airport. So there's the airport down there. I've started to descend now, just slowly. The price of the simulator I think is about $56 US, something like that. So looking at what you're going to get, if you're going to get this sort of scenery worldwide, which I think you are, and you're going to get this much detail without having to install any add-ons, then I think for that price it's really going to be worth it. Just going to follow this highway along a little bit further and then I'm going to make my left turn. Water effects look good as well. In fact, I can't really complain about the scenery at all. It looks really nice in the daytime as well. Real eye candy. Right, still descending, just looking where I'm going to turn. I think there's some elevated ground on that island, and I'm going to turn left and I'll probably be going over that island, so I'm going to be careful not to descend too low, otherwise I'll be skimming the trees. Just reducing speed a little bit here. Make sure I'm not reducing it too much though. Right, let's make the turn now. Nice slow, gentle turn. Gonna cross this body of water. And then I'm just going to be going over the island a little bit. I think it is an island, or perhaps it might be joined to the mainland, I'm not sure. Right, I'll be turning in now onto the final leg. I'm not sure if I'm going to be lined up with the airport, but flying the Cessna, that won't be a problem anyway. Going to be going fairly slow, so it'll be easy to get orientated with the actual airstrip itself. Flaps are down now. Well, that's quite realistic. The plane actually ballooned up a little bit, which is what happens when you put the flaps down. Talking about the actual airstrips, quite impressed because they are actually contoured. I know on a lot of flight simulators the actual airstrips are dead flat, but in X-Plane they are contoured, so you can, you know, you can have a bit of a hump in the airstrip itself, in the actual runway. So that's nice to see, and of course that is realistic. Well, there's the runway ahead. I'm not really too far off centre, so that's good to see. And as I say, in this slow Cessna, it's going to be fairly easy for me to orientate with the runway anyway. So slowly bleeding off speed and trying to get a decent glide slope, adjusting the trim a little bit on the elevators, and trying to get the PAPI lights looking reasonable. Ideally should be too white, too red, but with a Cessna things can quite easily be adjusted. So let's see how we can land this thing. So, hope you enjoyed my little flight in X-Plane in the Cessna. I'm really impressed with the simulator, and I think in February for sure I'll probably be getting this one to add to my collection. Anyway, thanks for watching. I just finished the landing, and I would imagine my demo time would have just about run out as well. So thanks for watching, and see you all again. Bye for now.